This week, health and health care were on the front page of the news. First, as we learned that John McCain is facing the battle of his life against an aggressive form of brain cancer. Senator McCain, who is by any accounting and by any definition a genuine American hero, the man who has given his life for the service of his country. Colonel Bud Day, the most decorated American airman in the Vietnam conflict, and a Medal of Honor recipient who happened to have been John McCain's roommate at the infamous Hanoi Hilton, once told me that John McCain saved his life. I later read that John McCain said that Bud Day was the bravest man he had ever known. It was that kind of camaraderie in the most desperate and difficult situations of one's life that marked John McCain's life just as it did Bud Day's. There's no doubt that, as many have said, that cancer now faces its toughest enemy in John McCain. I know that the prayers of the nation are with him regardless of our politics. That really doesn't matter at this point. This week we also found out that the so-called repeal and replacement of Obamacare in the Senate is essentially dead when Senators Lee and Moran joined Senators Collins and Paul in saying they wouldn't go along with the Senate plan. One suspects that there were others who were also willing to say they wouldn't vote for the Republican plan, other Republicans, by the way, because they didn't want to be seen as the tie-breaking vote. When Collins and Paul said they weren't there, Leader Mitch McConnell was left with no room to maneuver because one additional vote pushed it over the edge. That's why you probably saw the pairing of Senators Lee and Moran in saying they were opposed. Senator McConnell now says he's willing to take a repeal bill to the floor of the Senate. That's the same repeal bill that many of those senators, all but two Republicans, voted for just a couple of years ago when they knew that Barack Obama would veto it. Let's see what they do now. There may be a procedural move to try to stop it from even getting to the floor and even letting there be a vote. Watch that, because any senator that doesn't vote to send that to the floor is voting to keep Obamacare in place. And we all know that Obamacare has failed. The Affordable Care Act just simply isn't affordable. Premiums have skyrocketed, deductibles have gone through the roof. At the same time, patient care and choice have plummeted. And so when the Senate failed to act, out the window went the historic reform of Medicaid offered by Pennsylvania Senator Pat Toomey, as did the opportunity to get rid of the crushing taxes in Obamacare, get rid of the mandates and regulations that were stifling the healthcare system here as it stood, and to begin to stabilize the individual healthcare markets and increase and enhance patient and consumer choice, something that we were promised from the start. Republicans for the last 7 years have said that they were going to repeal and replace Obamacare. The American people believed that. They gave them a mandate. They gave them control of the Senate and the House and the presidency in order to get it done. There's still a chance to do it. Time is running out, so watch very carefully to see whether those promises are actually kept. If they are, it will be the best 60-ish seconds of your week.